What is going on, Blitz Nation? We're going to be doing something a little bit different now. As you guys know, I am a gamer, but unfortunately, we just got the sad news that Bungie is no longer going to be monitoring or updating Destiny 2 after the June 9th update. This game has been dead, in my opinion, for quite some time, and I think they finally got it. But instead of doing something for the fans, they did something to piss the fans off more. So there's a couple of things that they're doing that I enjoy, but we're going to get into this. So let me tell you my history with Destiny. I've been playing Destiny since the beta of Destiny 1. I was full force into Destiny 1. I had a bunch. I originally started off on PlayStation, went to playing on Xbox 360, and then went back to playing on PlayStation again. I had two different raid groups, and for the most part, I was solid into playing Destiny 1. I gave up playing right after the release of King's Fall. There was miscommunication in my raid group for King's Fall, so I stopped playing, came back, we finally defeated it. I just stopped playing. I was playing something else, I forgot what at the time, and I came back probably a long time after the release of Rise of Iron and the Wrath of the Machine raid. Came back, got back really hardcore into it, went and got all the exotics that I was missing, completed my exotic quests, got my exotics, every single one of them, and we had Wrath of the Machine down to a point where we could complete the whole raid in like 45 minutes. For us, that was good. I know people have done this world record times, but for us, it was good. We were so hardcore into this game that every Friday night we would meet in orbit at 7 o'clock, and either it'd be me, his fire team leader, or my brother-in-law, and you would just see everybody coming right at that time. It was fun. So then we got the sad news. Hey, we're shutting down Destiny 1, but you guys are getting a Destiny 2. Not shutting down, but we're not further prolonging Destiny 1. As soon as Destiny 2 could be pre-ordered on the PlayStation, I pre-ordered it, and it was just, we were so hyped. Beta came out, we were playing the beta. And then, midnight of the release of Destiny 2, everybody jumps in. We are playing, everybody's getting an exotic. And then it was that exotic hunt. Who was the first person in the group to get Wardcliff Coil? Because that was that supposedly secret hidden exotic that you can get if you did certain things in Destiny 1, but it was just something that they were doing for Destiny 2. But I was the first person to get it. And we didn't use it for that long. It was a good exotic, but it wasn't the amazing exotic that everybody was hoping it to be. So we were hardcore into this, but it wasn't the same grind, and it wasn't the same feel that Destiny 1 gave us. Now I'm going to give my honest opinion. Did I ever think Destiny 2 was a good game? No, not really, but I had fun enjoying playing it with my friends, my fire teams. It was a fun game. The first raid, the Leviathan, I didn't find it that great. It was a cool little concept, something different, where you had to go through and get to the different, find the encounters, and it was a different encounter each week. That was the first raid. And then we got raid lairs. We had Spire of the Stars, Eater of Worlds and the Spire of the Stars. I did Eater of Worlds, never got a chance to do Spire of the Stars, because I gave up for a little bit playing, but came back. Never really had a raid group for it, because a lot of the people that I was playing with, besides a couple of us, didn't really play. We didn't have a raid group. And everybody knows Destiny is not really new player friendly, or somebody who's new to raid friendly. Even though people say they're friendly groups, they're not willing to spend hours like you're supposed to do on these raids when you're first doing them. So, then the release of Curse of Osiris, DLC that is completely and utterly useless now that we did not get any type of repercussions for that, where they're like, hey, we know this is not accessible anymore. Here's a little something extra. We never got any of that. So we're not going to even go into that. And the release of Warmind, again, another completely and utterly useless DLC. Again, no repercussions. They're like, oh, we're sorry. Nobody really cares about this content. We're just taking it away. Release of Forsaken, the Last Wish raid. This is still honestly one of my favorite raids in the game. Riven and Zero Chi are one of the most pain in the ass bosses if you do it the correct way. And that light run at the end, great, but going down to see all those chests at the end of the raid, just to have a chance to get in 1,000 voices was something. And it was funny because my first time I had the extra key, so I picked the chest and I got a helmet. And then my brother-in-law was in, he's like, hey, come over here, open this chest. I'm like, you sure you want me to open this chest? He's like, yeah, whatever. There's no way you're going to get 1K voices. Guess what? I opened the chest. There's 1K voices. He was not happy. Got it my first run. I was like, okay, I don't got to do this anymore. But I would do it, but I would do the last encounter to help everybody else try to get it. And there's people that have done like that raid like over 500 times and still haven't gotten it. And I feel bad for them. But Forsaken was decent. Shadowkeep came out. This was a decent DLC. Played this to its entirety. And then Beyond Light came out. I gave up playing. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I didn't see interest in that. Came back when Witch Queen came out. Played that, loved it. And I was like, hey, Beyond Light is on sale for like $3. I'll go back and play it. Get this Stasis, subclass, whatever. Witch Queen was great. Lightfall came out. Really didn't care for Lightfall. Didn't like the Root of the Nightmares raid. I did get the exotic. I didn't go back and get the catalyst, but whatever. I wasn't a fan of this too much at all. Then Final Shape came out. I love the ending that they gave us. I enjoyed the Final Shape final missions. Okay. Played it for about a couple months. Never got to do the raid. I had another raid group that was pretty solid, and they're like, you know what? I give up on this. I'm not enjoying this. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Me too. I'm not really into this either. So we stopped playing, and I stopped playing for a very long time. I would come back for like a week at a time and play and try to get the dungeon exotics that I was missing, like the Ghosts of the Deep. I got that one. Didn't get the one from Warlord's Ruins. But I was like, okay, yeah, I'm totally done with this. And I just stopped playing it to its entirely. Edge of Fate came out, and me and my friend at work, we would play together sometimes. And I was like, hey, he's like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not getting it. Renegades came out after that, this whole little Star Wars thing. Didn't get that either. Never went back. And then I'm scrolling my YouTube, because now that I'm a YouTuber and I'm creating content, the guys that I used to follow, like Houndish, Rick Cacus, there's a couple of Maddox. They posted a video of the news that we got that, hey, after June 9th, this is going to be a last update. We're not putting any more effort into this game. And all future DLC that people have paid for has been canceled. So far, from what I hear, the people that I know that paid for it haven't got refunded. Yeah, so we get nothing. The one thing that they gave us that we've been asking for a long time to bring back since D1 was Sparrow League Racing. And I guess that's like their like consolation gift. Like, hey guys, you know, we're just shutting down all the stuff that you guys put thousands of hours into. So here's your participation trophy. That's what it feels like to me. And then people who voice Crow and other people have done things saying, let's post things and put the hashtag We Want Destiny 3. So Bungie, if you see this, which I probably don't think you will, and if you do, you probably won't care. We want Destiny 3. The people of us who put thousands and thousands and thousands of hours into this game want Destiny 3. You dropped the ball a lot with this second game. You took a lot of things away from us. Even though we were saying, hey, we don't want this, you just did what you wanted. You didn't care about your fans. We've had enough. Even though I stopped playing this game for a long time, I recently just started on last night because I lost access to my old PSN. I really didn't care, but after I saw this, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try. Finally was able to get access to the account again. Download D2. Jumping on thinking, hey, maybe they'll do a cool little thing where you walk up to somebody in the tower. He's like, you know, and it gives you like a cool little like story thing where it gives a little speech. Just something to feel like I have a little bit of closure and nothing. Maybe June 9th they will give us a cool little ending store mission. But I don't know. I am very upset about this. It is an end to an era. Even though this game was never officially good, I had fun with it. I enjoyed raiding with my raid group and my friends. It was the one game that we could all play together and have a good time. And it was always the race to who can get that exotic that everybody wants most. The colony with the little spider bombs. That was the race to who can get that first. It was absolutely something that we love to do, even though the game was never really great. Let me know what you guys' feelings are on this. Like I said, I never really thought it was a good game. I enjoyed playing it. I put a lot of time into this. I had a couple friends that we would do dungeons and we got really good at it. It was just fun. We would just do stupid things because we got so good at it. It's just really sad. And an end to an era. For a game that was released in 2017, almost 10 years, this is absolutely insanity to me. But Bungie, we know Bungie doesn't give a shit, but hey, Bungie, I'm going to end with this. We want Destiny 3. Eyes up, Guardians.